Welcome to Chapter 4 of the Open Access Chronicles. Today, we speak to Professor
Rooryck. Johan Rooryck.
Professor Johan is the Executive Director of Coalition S, which, as the name suggests, is a group of research funding organizations that came together mainly based in Europe to try and accelerate the transition to open access. We caught up with Professor Johan to understand the challenges that Coalition S faces, the kind of work that they've been doing, their mission, their vision, as well as the opportunities and challenges for a country like India as we try and move more and more towards open access. Last time we spoke to Dr. Peter Suber, who broke down the costs of academic publishing for us and what open access journals were doing different. Today, Professor Johan breaks down the different kinds of open access journals and just explains to us the potential of these particular journals, the challenges that they face, and the advantages and disadvantages of their particular model. Green journals, gold journals, the diamond journals. Could you just explain what these colors mean? What are the different classifications of these journals?
So gold open access is basically a gold open access journal is a journal that publishes all papers in immediate open access. Basically what then happens is that usually the author is sent an invoice for the publication of that paper. So it is a system that is based on a per unit payment. So an article gets published, an article gets paid for a fee. Usually that fee is between, 700 and 9,500 euros for reasons that we do not always have a good insight in. These prices are quite different from one journal to another. So that is something that we need to get insight in. So that's gold open access. The disadvantage of that system is that it is based on the so-called article processing charge. Article processing, so you pay a price, and strangely enough, that price is the same the world over. So unlike other products like aspirin and Coca-Cola, for instance, right? You don't pay a bottle of Coca-Cola the same price in New Delhi or in Oslo, right? I mean, the difference is about 10 times, I believe. But the APC is the same the world over. I mean, it's expensive for us in the West. It's of course 10 times more expensive for you guys, right? So it's very unreasonable in every way. Also, the author is being charged with it, whereas in fact you would want the author's institution to be charged with it, because what is the author to do? Use his salary for that and not go on vacation, or maybe not pay the bills for a month because these prices, so it's ridiculous that the researcher be charged with this, because why would you charge a researcher? I mean, it's the same like saying, the researcher needs to be charged for the chair that he's sitting on or for the blackboard in his office. That's not how it works, right? I mean, so in the ideal case, you don't want researchers to be charged with this. So that's the problem of gold. The green option is basically saying, well, you publish behind the paywall, the article is invisible, so to speak, for everybody to use, but after a certain period, usually 6 to 12 months, of which I have already said that this is ridiculous, of course, to lock away research results for so long. But after 6 or 12 months, you can publish a copy of that. You can deposit a copy of that article in a repository, an institutional repository, and then it becomes visible to everybody, for everybody to see. That is a solution. It is a solution, and it's certainly a good solution in many ways, because I mean, the articles at least become available. We want those articles to become immediately available. The disadvantage that I see there, of course, is that it leaves the entire economic system in place. It doesn't change subscription journals. It doesn't change the fundamental economic system of subscription journals. So you leave everything in place, basically. Diamond are journals that are essentially free to read and free to publish in. So basically, the reader doesn't pay to read and the author doesn't pay to publish. That means that those journals are financed through other means. Some people think that only green will bring salvation, only green open access will bring salvation. Other people that you talk to swear with gold, right? Gold open access is the future if you talk to gold open access publisher. If you talk to OA 2020, their idea is to conclude transformative agreements. So transformative agreements are agreements by which subscription cost is converted to publish and read deals. So authors from library consortia or authors who are served by library consortia no longer can read these papers, only read these papers, but then also have access to publishing in these papers for free. So those are transformative agreements. Well, there are some organizations who think that that is the only way to salvation, to OA transition. We don't think that there's one silver bullet